Hello everyone. Welcome to the Blockchain News Club. We have some huge updates from the XRP community. Gary Gensler is being pushed out of SEC. Whether the SEC wants new laws or not, Congress has made crypto a new priority this year, and lawmakers from both parties are expected to push for the first major crypto legislation. Most of the preliminary efforts have sought to raise the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission into a prominent role in the oversight of crypto trading. At last, the PR antics by Gary Gensler can't cover up his failed attempts at crypto regulation and the manner in which he handled FTX, Ripple Labs and XRP. Check this out.
That's why Gary Gensler, from what I hear, is on his way out. So
interesting.
we're not going to go hard on Gary anymore. I'm not going to go hard on Gary anymore. Gary's out. Gary's on the way out. By us continuing to basically talk about how bad Gary Gensler is, we're just wasting our time. We need to be more concerned about who's coming in after him.
Gary Gensler is getting a lot of hate from the crypto community. Many tweets are going around. It's time for Congress to rein in the SEC. They should be defunded. Get rid of them. Gary Gensler should be fired. John Deaton, founder of Crypto Law and a fan of blockchain, makes a stronger case for why Gary Gensler should step down.
The FTX case, when did the SEC get involved? They filed a lawsuit against FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried on behalf of 30 venture capitalists. So who are they protecting? They're protecting those VCs who risk money all the time as a part of their business model. They didn't file a case on behalf of the retail customer of FTX. And so they have completely abandoned the individual investor. They've abandoned accredited investors. You go back to when he was the chairman of the CFTC, MF Global happened under his watch. And what was his excuse? His excuse, Ray, was that he couldn't figure out how to access his work email from home. So I just want people to think about this.
This is Gary Gensler who said that.
Yes, Gary Gensler testified at Congress, right, that when this was all happening, he couldn't access his email. Ray, he's considered a child prodigy, and he was he was the youngest partner in the history of Goldman Sachs. The guy is a smart guy. Everybody says his problem is that he's always the smartest guy in the room, right? But this child prodigy, the youngest partner in the history of Goldman Sachs, couldn't figure out his work email. And that's why, blah, blah, blah. So that his integrity and his credibility are questionable at best. But let's just look at competency. Forget corruption. Competence. He's incompetent. All this has happened under his watch. He should go. In 2018, and it's on the Crypto Law website, there's a video of Gary Gensler while he was at MIT, and he states on stage in April 2018, that the crypto market needs clarity. Those are his words. He even said, Ray, that Ripple, the company Ripple and Ethereum deserve clarity, and they need it. Now, that was 2018 when he was not chairman. We fast forward to today. He's chairman of the SEC, and he can do something about it, right? And what is his position? His position is that it's always been crystal clear, and that he's not going to create new rules. He's not going to change any laws or provide any more guidance, that the Howey case from 1946 and all the other things, case law, is enough clarity, and that these companies need to come in and register. He won't give guidance. So clearly, capital formation, let's ask this. In the BlockFi bankruptcy, Ray, do you know who the number 2 largest creditor is?
I do not, John. Who is it?
The SEC.
Wow.
All right, because there was $100 million settlement, remember, between BlockFi and Gary Gensler's SEC.
Yep,
BlockFi had paid $70 million of it. There's still $30 million owed to the SEC. So BlockFi's bankruptcy, our SEC is the second largest creditor that is above customer deposits. So how does that happen with capital formation? Are you helping companies' capital formation when you're the second largest creditor in a bankruptcy? It's absurd. That's what I meant by corruption and competence, a combination. So there's that.
John E. Deaton has been active in the cryptocurrency community and is known for giving regular updates on how the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple is going. Gary Gensler's time at SEC is almost over, in my opinion. People, there is an interesting conversation going on about XRP. Let's get to it.
that's going to be kind of what XRP is going to be. All right. So it's going to be used at an
so it's like it's stable.
Right. It's going to be used at an institutional level. And see, the thing about it is that XRP is being held up by the United States SEC right now. Ripple has been sued by the SEC back in 2020, December of 2020. Jay Clayton dropped the lawsuit on Ripple
To hold it back, or what? To hold it up?
Well, and see, that's the thing. We don't know. I don't know that. I can't speak to that. I can't speak to that with authority. I believe that Ethereum was the token that the deep state players wanted to use. I believe that Ethereum was, because if you go back and you look at the lawsuit that has been, the back and forth that has been going on between SEC and Ripple, one of the big things that was one of the big contentious points was Bill Hinman's testimony. Bill Hinman gave a speech back in 2018, and it's commonly referred to in the XRP community as the Ethereum free pass. And what it did was it essentially said that Ethereum was not a security. Well, a security, I'm not going to get into what a security and a currency and all that other stuff is, but just suffice it to say that there are differences. Securities are registered, or securities are managed by the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission. Okay, that's things like stocks and bonds and some things of that nature. All right. Well, the CFTC, the Commodities Futures and Trading Exchange, that is what handles things like currencies and commodities. Well, the XRP is considered a currency. Many people in the world consider XRP a currency. The XRP is being adopted by all these other countries all over the world. Now, there's a connection with the Ripple, with people in the Ripple community and Trump, because Trump pardoned some of those guys. Now, this is a case where, and I tend to believe that Ripple was, even though Ripple is on the board of the World Economic Forum, and Garlinghouse has been to the World Economic Forum every time they have it, and he speaks there and all that stuff. To me, well, Trump spoke at the World Economic Forum, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Does that mean Trump's part of the World Economic Forum? No. But I loosely believe that Ripple is a wolf in sheep's clothing, and I kind of have a feeling that they're trying to prevent it from coming to fruition at the United States level. But it's being implemented all over the world. Like Ripple is growing. Ripple has $1 billion with a B, $1 billion in the bank.
Wow.
Okay. $1 billion in the bank. We all know, institutions across the globe use RippleNet in one form or the other. SEC is trying to stop XRP. We had interesting news on how China is working to stop the XRP adoption in the US. I will leave the link to the video above. You can check it out. I strongly believe that settlement is around the corner. If the Hinman documents are released, SEC doesn't stand a chance to win the lawsuit against Ripple Labs. Gary Gensler will not fight a losing battle. The lawsuit will end in a settlement and XRP will get the clarity. Moving on. Update on Ripple versus SEC from January 11th. The regulator hits back at Ripple for sealing documents about the final judgment. As the cryptocurrency community waits for the final ruling in the case between Ripple and the Securities and Exchange Commission, both sides are in a fight over whether or not to seal some documents. In this line, defense attorney James Finlan wrote on Twitter on January 10 that the regulator had filed a reply motion in response to Ripple's objection to keeping documents secret. At first, Ripple filed a motion against the SEC's request to keep some information secret. They said that the matter had reached the summary judgment stage and that the court documents should be open to the public. Notably, the motions were filed along with the cross motions of the parties before the summary judgment, the date of which has not yet been set. The SEC is against Ripple's plan to keep over 900 documents completely secret. The commission also said that the defendants say that redactions are necessary to protect the privacy of third parties. The XRP market did well on Wednesday. Investors are waiting for two court decisions that could give XRP and the cryptocurrency market as a whole a much-needed boost. XRP went up by 6.33% on Wednesday. XRP was worth $0.37291 at the end of Tuesday, after going up by 0.46%. XRP ended the day at 37 cents, which was the first time since December 15 that it had been that high. This made the winning streak 4 sessions long. XRP fell to an early low of $0.34800 after a bad start to the day. XRP rose to a late high of $0.37834, avoiding the first major support level, S1, at $0.3443. XRP broke through the major resistance levels before a short drop through R3, $0.3718, to below 37 cents. But since the session ended on a positive note, XRP broke back through R3 and ended the day at $0.37291. We are waiting for a decision on the redactions in the documents about William Hinman's speech and on the summary judgment reply briefs. Even though the court could decide at any time, there are still 2 court dates left. A settlement could happen if a judge rules against the SEC on protecting the content of the Hinman speech-related documents. The price of XRP shows how the community feels about it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for regular updates in the blockchain community.